Hey guys, welcome back to Inchworm Gardens. Today's video is going to start off on a bit of a sad note. Our pet leopard gecko, Raptor, passed away last night peacefully. We had him for 3 years, and he was given to us by a friend who had him for 9 years. So he lived for 12 long years. He had a good life, good home, and we're sorry to see him go, but it's part of life. So we're going to do a quick burial service for him. So if you would like to pay your respects to Raptor, you can join me. And then after that, we are going to do a full garden tour, show you everything that's growing in the garden. All right, let's get started. All right, the date is Tuesday, June 23rd, 2020. Here's the full garden tour. The hops is growing fantastically, as you see. And everything in the garden is just exploded over the past couple weeks. All right, so I guess we'll just start from the corner. There's our pineapple sage. We have a beefsteak tomato. Sunflower just popped up. Another sunflower poking up there. Mexican sunflower down here. Almost ready to bud. These touch-me-nots are just gorgeous. Look at that. Look how beautiful that is. Lovely colors. That's 4 plants there. The quinoa, check this out. This is quinoa grains growing here. I think this is supposed to flower as well. It's just looking like grains right now, but it's supposed to be some nice flowers as well. Super happy and proud about this. I've tried a couple years to grow these. This is a nice little honoring of my home state, Texas. This is the Texas state flower, the bluebonnet. And we have a Texas hummingbird mint right next to it, starting to flower. It's our blue cream berries tomato. And the blueberry bushes are all doing good. No fruit really, but I wasn't expecting any this year. Should get some next year, and really the year after, really when the blueberries will start to come in. This is the Love in a Mist flower, really cool looking. Look at that, real fine feathery leaves with nice pretty flower top. Really, man, the flowers have been one of my favorite things of the garden this year. Just really beautiful. Check out these zinnias. There's 3 different types of zinnias. This is a red cactus type zinnia. That one's more orange. And this one's called the Queen Lime zinnia. It came in sort of green, but now it's turned more like a peach rosy color. Yellows, oranges. Beautiful. Pink. Something's been nibbling on that one. Blackberry bushes. Doing well. Again, we should get fruit next year. This is a volunteer tomato. This thing just popped up out of nowhere. We're letting it live. Raspberries are growing well. We do have a little raspberry bud over here. Well, might actually get a couple fruits this year. And then check this flower out. This is the Salpaglossis grandiflora. And look at these markings. Grab it. that. Isn't that pretty? Really nice. And so that one's purple, that one's more pink, and then there's even a white one over here, white and yellow. That's a real pretty flower. The hyacinth bean vine is doing well, putting out these nice purple bean pods. These are not edible, so they're just grown for just for looks. The purple beans, which are right next to them, are pretty much on their way out. I realize this is kind of a poor choice putting these right next to each other, because you have purple beans that were grown to eat, which, by the way, ooh, that doesn't look very appetizing. These beans are past their prime. We're letting them stay on there because we can save seed from those. But anyway, planting an inedible and actually toxic purple bean right next to a purple pea was not a wise choice on my part, so lesson learned there. Alright, we'll go to this upper bed. These are the ground cherries, exploding. This is 6 plants, and these things are just loaded with these cool little lanterns that'll eventually turn kind of a papery yellowish brown, and they'll fall to the ground, and they have a delicious yellow berry on the inside. One of our absolute favorite crops to grow, ground cherries. Really prolific. Check out this dill. Very pretty. These cool umbrals, they're called. Look at that. Isn't that neat? Alright, coming around this side. The fennel. Really nice smell to this stuff. I'm really hoping, I guess fennel and dill attract swallowtail caterpillars, which turn into swallowtail butterflies. It's really pretty. So I'm hoping to see some of those guys in here, but nothing yet. The parsley's still growing very well, eating a lot of that. This is the tatsoi, which is fully gone to flower, but we are saving it for seeds, because check it out, all these are seed pods. You wait till those dry out, you get a ton of new seed, and we're going to plant them right back into the ground for a fall harvest. That's the plan for the tatsoi. Got a couple starts here. I moved our butterfly dish. It was tucked in the corner over there by the rosemary, but I moved it over here and put a little glow-in-the-dark frog on there. A couple more ground cherries here with some zinnias around them. This is our chamomile. No blooms on this yet. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Looks very pretty, very dense foliage, but no blooms. Toothache plant. This is a really fun plant. I'm going to do a separate video just on those and what those flowers do when you eat them, so stay tuned for that. Very interesting. The borage is kind of fallen over, but such a pretty flower. Always just covered with bees. Tastes really good. This is one of my favorite herbs for sure. Those tomato cuttings that I had done a while ago, that's 2 of them there. Looks like they're doing okay. Shishito pepper here, loaded with peppers. That's 1 of 4 that we have growing. Here's the other one. Did an experiment with growing this one in a small container, and it's doing just fine. Holy basil back there. Lovely, lovely smell on that. Some more nice flowers. We have a calendula. These nasturtiums, beautiful, orange and red. Check out this sunflower, the teddy bear sunflower. It's only a couple feet high, but really pretty. The bachelor buttons, we really enjoyed those. Blue and marketed as black, but they're definitely a dark purple. Here's the cilantro, totally gone to flower, but look how cool that is. Beautiful white flowers, so we don't mind keeping that around. Bees love it. Salad greens, surprisingly still holding on. I thought they would be done by now, but look, kale is growing just fine. Even the lettuce is good. We're still eating that up. peas are pretty much done. We have the Morning Glory trailing up nicely. Mulberry. This is a butternut squash that's growing in there, 3 of them. They'll trail out and come along here. Fig tree. Another mulberry there. Hops growing. The tomatoes. This is the blue cream berries. The tomatoes in the 5-gallon buckets honestly are not doing that great. I'll show you the ones on the porch as well, but getting a lot of this leaf curl. Don't really know what that's about. So a little discouraging. I don't think I'm going to grow tomatoes in buckets anymore. I think I'm just going to stick with the ones on the ground because the ones in ground are all doing excellent. This is the roselle. This is a hibiscus plant. See a lot of cool flowers on that one. And in the same family, the hibiscus family, is okra. That was a nice little bloom this morning. It's shriveled up now, and when you get these blooms, after which at the base is a little okra that grows, and it looks like that, which is, dang it, this was a nice green okra this morning and it's gotten chomped. That's another thing we're seeing is pests. We're seeing slugs and beetles chomping stuff, and the other day we had a rabbit. Check this out. This was our lovely soybean edamame, and look, there's no leaves on these plants anymore. A rabbit came in and chomped them all. Very annoying. Funny, it just ate those, and it also ate some of our beans over here, but it kept everything else. I guess it just was in the mood for beans. Check out these corn growing really well. The peas that were back here have been swapped out for long beans, which are growing up the trellis. Malabar spinach, also trellising up there. Thai basil, dianthus flower back there. Happy to see the muscadine coming back. The original little runner that we kept died. All the leaves fell off. I was again kind of discouraged, but this is definitely coming back to life, so happy about that. Doing just fine. And then check out this bed. It's a little wild, but there's 6 tomato plants in here, all producing nicely. Look at this bad boy right there. It's a Dr. Witchy. Keeping a close eye on that. It's gonna be a big old tomato. Basil, lime basil. Planted this stuff just too close. This was a learning experience as well. The tomatillos are enormous. Getting these cool little lanterns coming on. And again, you can see, where is it? Oh yeah, over here. Look at that. Something chomped that one. Don't know what it is. Gotta find it. My suspicions are a tomato hornworm. So we're going to come out here tonight actually and see if we can find one using a black light. I'll tell you more about that in another video. Peppers. It's the Sugar Rush Peach. Looking nice. More shishitos here. Look at all these jalapenos. Loaded down. And then here's the Berry's Crazy Cherry. This is one of the better looking tomatoes in the buckets. Getting a lot of fruit set. Look at all that. And nice little yellow lemon drops forming there. They do have a little nice kind of citrusy flavor. And then the beans, we've been enjoying those. And this little area is where I found the bunny just sitting there chomping my beans, and then he scurried away. He got out and in through the bottom of the gate, so I had to put some little barrier down there. Anyway, that's pretty much the full garden. I'll show you the tomatoes up at the top as well. Do have some nice fruit forming here. The orange Rousselini. That one's actually doing pretty good. But the rest of these tomatoes, I don't know, they're just not doing so great. Not sure exactly what's going on. I do know growing in 5-gallon buckets is tricky because you deal with over or under watering, blossom end rot. They just have more troubles, so kind of dealing with that. But still getting some good tomatoes. There's some Paul Robeson, some teaspoon currant, starting to redden up there. Ooh, there's a few in the back I didn't see. Some of the Brad's Atomic Grape, and some more of the orange Rousselini. Jeez. Alright, that's it for today's video, guys. I'm out here with the black light trying to find this tomato hornworm. Apparently if you use one of these lights, it makes them glow and easier to see. I've not found any yet, but man, there's a lot of buzzing insects out here. Alright, I'll catch you on the next one, guys. Thanks for watching.